All right, we are Facebook Live at the moment. With Adil, is it Adil or Adil? Adil? Okay. There you go. Okay, Adil Mackwani, aka Mac, is short. And yours truly, Anil Sohani. Let's go. It will only like second ends right when you start right when the ad is in, so after like 3 minutes or so.
This is your radio. You are listening to Radio Azad, KBTT 1110 AM, Mineral Wells, Dallas, Fort Worth, and KCMP Pilot Point 104.9 FM HD3.
No, you're good. I moved it around a little bit crazier than usual. Yeah, so many headphones. They're chaotic.
So where's the wireless here? 3 more years, like, right?
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Global financial and insurance services. वैसे एक बात करें, अगर इतनी लंबी बात देसी तरीके से एक ही लाइन में कहनी हो तो शायद जैसे होती है. I am तो fully covered, Papa. Are you?
And I am too. For more information and to request a quote, please visit theglobalfinancial.com or call 469-317-9400. Your protection is their priority.
Where can you eat the world's best chicken that is cooked to succulent perfection on a flame grill and basted with secret peri-peri sauces? Only at the Port of Peri-Peri, which has 4 locations for your convenience at Plano, Frisco, Arlington, and Irving. Try their wings, lemon herb chicken, or signature chicken for a memorable meal. For vegetarian diners, be sure to try their peri falafel or peri cassava fries, which go great with their delicious veggie burger or paneer wrap. Visit myperiperi.com for their full menu, catering, dine-in, and takeout available. Rev up your taste buds at Port of Peri-Peri.
Hi, this is Amin Chagani with Global Financial and Insurance Services. You're listening to Radio Azad.
Elegance Perfume and Boutique carries the hottest trends for the whole family at unbeatable prices. Elegance Perfume and Boutique has a huge variety of Pakistani and Indian outfits, including branded lawn suits, casuals, semi-formals, formals, bridals, purses, shoes, bridal jewelry, bangles, and even your favorite perfume. Their beautiful and spacious boutique is centrally located in the Valley Ranch area at 10009 North MacArthur Boulevard, Irving. For more information,
And there's like a 10 to 12 second delay on the video, as well as the radio, so when this is listening to the app or online or wherever.
Start off 2020 with huge savings at Freeman Toyota. Right now, they're offering new 2020 Camrys, Corollas, and RAV4s with $4,000 off MSRP. That's $4,000 off new 2020 Toyotas. Plus, Freeman Toyota can save you $5,000 off the new 2020 Avalon and $4,000 off MSRP of the new 2020 Sienna. So call Mohammed Ahmed at Freeman Toyota 817-287-5411. That's 817-287-5411 and drive off in your new 2020 Toyota today.
Thanks so much, y'all.
More than success, more than money, more than power. Godfather's Pizza serves a BO, Italian-style specialty pizza, wings, pasta, salads, desserts, and more. Always fresh with the best ingredients. Come on in. We don't care if you discuss business at the table. Try Godfather's Pizza today at 1606 FM.
Yeah, exactly. That was the goal.
Suite 400 Frisco. And check out the Godfather's Pizza Frisco page on Facebook. Call them at 214-436-4555 and they'll make you an offer you can't refuse.
The acting bug, there is such a thing, it bites you, really, and you want to act somehow, some way. So that's why I got into voice acting a couple years ago, just for fun.
Is that where you see yourself going?
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. If I can, that's like something I love to do. So if I can turn that into, what is it?
A full-time paying
yeah,
It's like a career.
Working. Yeah, that was amazing.
Luckily, like I turned what I want to do into a career, so
that's what's up. That's the goal. So then you're not really working. You're just doing what you love,
and then you're promoting it.
Yeah, and making income. Yeah. So inshallah, you know.
Sri Lanka brings the latest and trendy collection to
so right now,
spring
I'm finding this
soiree,
platform to be fun
elegant
to bring
classic
people from
silhouettes
our
that are
community on.
perfect for any occasion in chiffons, pure organzas, laces, silks, and more. Saturday, February 8th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at La Quinta in 3750 Market Street. The Culinary Chain is also available by appointment for bridal consultations at 469970943. This is a limited edition collection, so don't miss out on this wonderful opportunity to stock up for spring. See you all this Saturday, February 8th.
Like firsthand how things work and how things are going to grow. So we have a different perspective on how we think that like it would be advantageous to our community to grow in that life.
Let's talk about that eventually. I think it's going to be
We'll have a fun time.
Great. Assalamu alaikum, namaskar, sasrikal, ya'alimadud, and welcome to Radio Azad's Millennial Masala with your host Anil Sohani and special guest today coming in all the way from Houston. And this is the first time somebody's drove in just for an episode of Millennial Masala. I'm really blessed and happy to be here with you. Mr. Adil Mackwani, aka Mac, the president of M&A Wealth.
Hey guys, nice to meet you guys. Thank you, Anil, for having me. Appreciate being here. Yeah, hope to talk about some great financial topics, a little bit about how we can improve our financial literacy in our community, and then be a stepping stone for people to rely on.
That's what's up. That's what we're looking for. Try to grow our community knowledge and make sure everybody's on par with the way that the financial institutions and industries are going. And this is a great way, I think, for us to be able to reach out and let them know. So for sure, thank you again for driving in all the way for this. This is exciting.
Awesome, man.
For sure. And I just want to, before we get into our topic of the day, which is financial literacy with Adil Mackwani, I'm going to give a shout out to our amazing partners over at Godfather's Pizza, the Godfather's Pizza. All right, they're the client of the week, and I got to give them some love. I did an ad for them. I think we were talking about over the break. I got a nice compliment. Thank you so much. Marlon Brando. Rest in peace, Marlon Brando. And Godfather's Pizza, man, amazing place. They have just some delicious, high quality Zabia halal Italian style pizza like never before at Godfather's Pizza. It's the original family style pizza piled high with real cheese and fresh ingredients on made from scratch dough. I'm kind of getting hungry just reading this right now.
Sounds good.
Godfather's Pizza has a scrumptious all-you-can-eat lunch buffet 7 days a week with special discounts for kids and seniors. Mention Radio Azad, and this is one thing I love doing, giving out that Desi discount that everybody loves to receive, right? 10% off when you mention Radio Azad on dine-in or takeout. Located at 1606 FM 423 in Frisco, across the India Bazaar. Dine-in, delivery, takeout, and catering available. Visit them at Godfather's Pizza Frisco page on Facebook, as well as godfathers.com, or give them a call, 214-436-4555. And let's get into it, because I'm the absolute worst person to talk to when it comes to finances, because I was blessed that my mother, she had passed away 10 years ago, right? So when she did leave a little bit of moolah behind for school and everything to kind of take care of. So I kind of utilized that for school and all the normal purposes and stuff. But then I don't think I fully grasped the whole concept of how to properly manage finances and stuff. And if you're not a finance major, I don't think you get that whole dose that you need for the rest of your life when you're doing a major, for example, I did management of information systems, right? I was kind of a techie here and there. But at the same time, it was I just wanted to, learn as much as I could, but I never really had anybody that I could directly talk to without feeling a little shy and kind of confused about how to even approach it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's first things first is there's nothing to be shy about. Being in a different country, it's a different law of the land.
Yeah.
So you have to understand how the law of the land in this country works, and a lot of it has to deal with capitalism and how that point in time works. So like when you deal with those issues and things, and you want to see how you can be successful in your own field, it all bases around a financial plan.
Okay.
And your individual financial plan is different from compared to everybody else.
Right.
So you want to be slow and methodical and make sure that there's different things that are covered to make sure that your situation is at whole.
That's what's up. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and there's different things that you can look at for that, like in the sense of your insurance, your investments, your retirement, and like how you want to pass on a legacy. Because like what I've realized is what you were saying in your thing, your mom, God for like R.I.P. that God rest her soul. She wanted to leave something for you to be able to jump to, right? Like hey, that education was important to her.
True.
So she wanted you to be able to have that access to cash or whatever it was to make those means necessary.
Straight up, yep.
So yeah, a lot of parents, I think they've come to this country and they've worked extremely hard.
Straight up, yep.
Extremely hard. Like I don't see myself like, thank God like for that I haven't had to work in that ability that my parents have.
Right.
But they've given me that opportunity and they told me run with that opportunity.
Yeah.
And a lot of parents want to leave that for their kids, that, hey, look, we came to America, we did the hard work of coming from another country, learning the system, and being a little bit of an entrepreneur or whatever it is to make sure that things work in this country.
Yeah, it's true.
So to be able to grow from that and for us to find our place, to take that and launch it to another level, I think that's what the most value that can be provided.
Okay.
And all of those are steps through financial planning, or just a plan in general. Like
okay.
You can't just say that, oh, I want to be the next Elon Musk tomorrow. Elon Musk didn't just say that. He came up with a plan. He said that, he looked up to Nikola Tesla.
Oh, yes, okay.
And he found a mentor and went through that and found his own little way to find a little hole in the wall to get where he's at to form Tesla.
Yeah, he made windows of opportunity. He found them, and then he eventually met them along the way.
And then capitalism helped him into our market system to get to where he's at.
True.
So we want to be able to educate people on those opportunities, that being in this country, it's not just, I got to go work 9 to 5 or I got to go do a business and then that's it. Like, no, eventually you have to work to find a way for other people to work for you.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And I've heard that kind of similarly when people say you got to not work for your money, but then eventually come to a point where your money's working for you. So essentially, yeah, synonymously.
Exactly the same way to say that.
So you seem very confident about your financial background and literacy and everything. So I gotta ask, and I'm sure people are looking forward to hearing more about it as well. And by the way, phone lines are open. So if you have any questions to ask Mr. Mackwani, aka Mac from M&A Wealth, any financial questions, give us a call, 972-501-9390. But tell us a little bit more about yourself. Like, where are you from? How did you get into finance? Like, what's your deal, man? Because I know you just drove in all the way for this opportunity to be on the radio. But yeah. I'm curious, like, what drives you? Because I know you're a millennial just like I am, and you're doing big things in your industry. So, mashallah,
I appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words. And so, I guess it all started when I was in high school or middle school in that area. Well, I saw my parents working really hard, and my parents are, I guess, a little different from most parents in the sense of the way they work. My dad always worked for the government, so he had a retirement plan. He had something to rely back on, and he had a pension.
Okay.
And nowadays, most people don't have a pension or a 401k or different aspects. Right. And then my mom was always business-minded. It's just that's how our family was. So I've been blessed with the opportunity to see both aspects in life and see where one person has their business to rely on, and when one person has that they go to work every day, but they have a pension or they have a retirement plan to rely on, that after a few years or a certain amount of years, they decide not to work.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
So understanding that aspect a little bit made me just more curious, and me working, how all being brown and being Indian, Pakistani and stuff, your parents, when they own a business, you're a free employee.
Yeah, you are. You learn so much from it.
That's the thing. You learn. You might not, when you're younger, take it in and say that, it's a learning experience and stuff, that I might be more efficient when I actually want to run my own business from learning these trades.
Right.
But over time, I guess that's the thing I've realized from that working in different businesses, from what my parents have owned to where I've become, it's taught me as a stepping stone in that aspect. So that was my first little introductory to business. And then as I went through high school and stuff, I became the president of DECA.
Oh, DECA. So it was like
business organization.
Okay, yeah, I know what you mean. Did you go to different like meets and like actual debates and stuff, or what was that like?
Definitely. So we did go through. There was a regional level.
Okay.
Then there was state and national, and we went through all three, and we actually competed at nationals as well.
There we go.
Yeah, and the one that I did was an entrepreneur promotion project for that.
Very nice.
But that kind of taught me a little bit more about entrepreneurship, and then I wanted to be more involved in business, and I ended up becoming the president of that organization, which led me to help me get into UT, and then from there I did my MBA in finance and investment management, and just grew from there. So being born and raised in Houston, I ended up going back doing my MBA over there. I just having a family business, growing different things, it felt right to be at home.
Straight up, yeah, no, it's so real. And by the way, I'm a Houstonian as well, so this is another thing we share in common, other than being millennials, but millennials from Houston trying to make it big in whatever we're working on. So that's kudos to you. Congratulations on that dope success.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So DECA was the early stepping stone. By the way, we're gonna play some music as well. So are you cool with that? We're gonna play some.
I'm always down for some.
Yeah. So it's more of a Desi station, right? So we're like the Pakistani, American, Indian. I guess you can call it the South Asian station, really. So I love me some Bollywood. Do you have any Bollywood hits, or do you listen to any Bollywood music yourself?
I'm actually old school, so like maybe like some stuff from like the KKKG era.
Yeah.
Coming up. And like I heard I think the last episode you played a Bluffmaster song.
Yeah.
That was a little old school. Yeah, that hits a little home. I know that.
Yeah, same. Honestly, I was so disconnected from the Desi community for a little while. I was in Arizona. We had family businesses there. So when I came back to Texas, it was like, all right, man, I need to assimilate again. Especially now, being on the radio, it's like even more, necessary to be more and more part of the community again and listen to the music.
Definitely.
And all that. So
going to the radio is not going to do that.
Straight up. So I'm going to play a song right now from the movie War. It came out last year in 2019. It had Hrithik Roshan as well as Tiger Shroff, which is Jackie Shroff's son. Jackie Shroff used to be the guy with the slight mullet and the mustache back in the day. And his son is he's a dope, great dancer. And if you watch the movie War, it's a great film. And the song right here is called the Gungro song. So check it out. And let me know if you think this sounds a little bit more like, you remember Pharrell and Daft Punk?
Yeah.
Listen to this, yeah. Let me know what you think. We'll be back. Mic's off, so whenever music is on, mic's on, you can chit chat and then you can talk to them if you want to.
Hi, Facebook Live.
But yeah, so what do you think about thus far about the show? It's cool, good pace, not too slow, too fast.
Yeah, I hope I'm not speaking too fast for people to
And you can see the Urdu too, by the way. So how's your Urdu? That's a
समझ में सब आता है.
Yeah.
बस बोलने में थोड़ा सा हिंदी, उर्दू, गुजराती सब मिक्स हो जाता है.
Yeah, same, bro. I try to speak when I can. Or maybe crazy.
That's American, right? That's the beauty of our Urdu, right?
So my Urdu really took a weird, kept getting some hits on it because I grew up all the way to the age of 18 in Houston. And then I learned Sindhi, Gujarati, all those things at a young age. My grandparents spoke Gujarati. My mom and my godmother spoke Sindhi together. So I only learned these languages out of fear as a child because as soon as I knew that my mom was talking to somebody in Gujarati in front of me, I'm like, oh no, I'm in trouble. But she always thinks I don't know how to speak if I learned it.
It kind of helps us down because when people talk about it, it's they think he doesn't know, but no, we know, right?
Yeah. So, and then moving out to Arizona around 18 or so, our businesses were the dollar stores in very Spanish-speaking neighborhoods. Okay. So those neighborhoods refused to learn English, so we were kind of forced to learn Spanish. And so my Spanish got close to pure fluent in 4 years, and then my Urdu was just deteriorating as my Spanish was getting better and better.
It's a language that's more common in the area, so more consumers.
True.
But in English, definitely it's something that being fluent in English really is definitely.
Yeah, this is true. So that's why now it's I'm trying to use it more often because it's just part of the environment now, and so now my Spanish is gone. So it's it comes down to how often you use your language. If I don't speak Spanish for a while, then of course I'm gonna lose it.
The greatest language is body language.
Yeah, this is true. And we're back, right? And we are back. That was from the movie War, and it was called a Gunguro song with Hrithik Roshan in that music video, of course, doing big things with the dance moves and all that fun stuff. Did you grow up listening to, like, watching those Hrithik Roshan dance moves?
Like the way he could move the leg, like the original Dougie, right?
yeah. This is true. The original Dougie was done
or the
by
stanky leg.
The stanky leg. This is true. This is very true. Give us a call if you want to add to the conversation about some, financial literacy. 972-501-9390 is the number. And today we're here with Adil Mackwani, a.k.a. Mac, from M&A Wealth. So before we jump into it, we want to get back and say hello to our amazing partners over at Jimmy's Burger and Grill. We got a lot of yummy places to go. So afterwards, we can grab a bite or something and, see what's up. If you're in the mood for some American fare like thick, juicy burgers or some Indo-Chinese chicken Manchurian or some sizzling Tex-Mex, or maybe it's some Hyderabadi dum biryani that tickles your taste buds, or Mediterranean shish tawuk, come on over to Jimmy's Burger and Grill for the best food in town. Dine-in, takeout, or catering available. Make all your special occasions and events absolutely memorable with catering from Jimmy's Burger and Grill. Located 6300 Independence Parkway in Plano. Give them a call, 469-298-3611. What will it be, burger or biryani? Jab dil mange sab kuch to jaye, Jimmy's Burger and Grill. I try to make it sound like I'm falling off a cliff there because it sounds more fun like that. But nonetheless, we're talking about financial literacy here. Let's see. So we talked about your upbringing and how you got into it, starting from DECA, from high school and all that time frame. So what's special about M&A Wealth that, kind of separates it from the rest of the financial firms and institutions that are out there really marketing themselves heavy?
So it wouldn't be a lot of a difference, but like most financial firms, I'm pretty sure, in my opinion, that want to do well by the client. But
right.
We are a fiduciary and a fee-only firm.
Okay.
So we only it's by law mandated that we do right by the client's interest. It's not anything that do right by us. It's just the client will bring us their situation,
okay,
assess it, see what's the need for it,
okay,
and then from there grow from there.
Very nice.
Yeah. So always what I would recommend is that if you're going to deal with any advisor with your finances, always make sure they're a fiduciary.
Fiduciary.
Yeah, fiduciary.
Okay.
So it's a word that might be thrown around, but all it means is that somebody that is legally obligated to do right by a client's interest.
Yeah, okay.
So, and you take an exam and all of that, and you become a fiduciary. And there's certain exams that are allowed for that, which include being an attorney,
okay,
being a CFP, being a CPA.
There you go. CPA is the word you're just kind of rung the bell for me, because I was a double major initially in college, accounting and MIS. So the term fiduciary came up quite a bit. So that's why I'm like, okay, why is this ringing a bell? Okay,
yeah,
I understand.
So CPA, so somebody that is legally obligated by law to do right by the client.
Okay.
And when it comes to your finances, 100% needs to be a fiduciary.
Okay, so that's what's up. That's pretty okay. So is it just you, or do you have like a couple of other financial advisors?
So right now, it's just me. So
right.
when you deal with anybody, you deal with me. You get me on the phone call. The number comes straight to my line, and we discuss your issues from there. I think it's more of a personal touch, and I don't think finance it's a complicated matter because there's so much information out there.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, it's pretty simple, as in, hey, these are my assets, these are liabilities, this is my net worth, and this is how I can grow. And there's certain vehicles that are advantages and taxes that you can contribute to that will help you and also secure your investments, because being in America, you want to grow a business, you want to do different things that help you become an entrepreneur.
True.
And being an entrepreneur, the biggest problem that you have is that there's kind of like a headshot on you to get sued.
To get sued, really?
Sued, yeah.
So everyone's kind of just ready to aim to sue you.
And not me, but
like whoever you're as an entrepreneur.
As you keep growing, yes.
Okay, as you keep growing.
I think that's the number one thing. So you want things that, as an entrepreneur, that are creditor protected. In America, being set up in the system, there are assets that you can invest in that are creditor protected. Now, what that means, being creditor protected, is that if somebody were to come at you,
yeah,
like, they say that, file bankruptcy, things like this.
Right.
These assets are protected.
Wow.
So
okay.
It can't come and touch them.
So at M&A Wealth, for example, or like at any kind of major wealth management company, when you invest with them, like to say a client comes to you and says I have this much money, and you're like, okay, you show them options and stuff like that, and then you help them select what they want to select. God forbid that business owner or whatever, if it's a business owner who's come to you,
they get sued and for all their money or assets or whatever.
Yeah, somebody slips
that's covered
in their restaurant, right? You were talking about restaurant.
Right.
Somebody just slips in their restaurant or it gets bad food poisoning or something like that.
Yeah.
God forbid. And you know, in America, it's everybody's able to sue anybody, but like to actually for the cases to go through, we live in a country where the news and the media will make you guilty until innocent, but the law is innocent until guilty. It's the opposite.
This is true. Yeah, this is
true. So
true.
it's kind of like, hey, to make sure that if I'm going to invest and I'm going to grow and I'm going to take this risk of being a business owner, because it is a risk, right? Compared to getting a job and working for a company and having a salary coming in, being a business owner, you're taking a risk to try to provide back for the community, grow with the community, and help the community. And like when you're doing that, if you're at a risk and a liability, you want to make sure that whatever you invest in for your business and the assets that you can grow are creditor protected. So if somebody were to come and sue you, they at least can't touch kind of like a nest egg that you've created for yourself and your business.
Amazing. I don't think a lot of people know that. I'm sure, I mean, if you've done your research, then maybe you do, but like the common folk, like people who are just looking into even entrepreneurship. Like, for example, I got a little cousin, shout out to Shyla. Congratulations. She just opened up her own ice cream place recently. This yesterday, I think she launched it. Congrats. So shook her. So I'm going to talk to her about this as well. I just want to make sure she knows as well, because she's a young entrepreneur. She's worked in corporate for a little while, and now she's put her investments into this new business. Yeah. So a lot of young entrepreneurs, I don't know if they've all done that much research, because this is something I didn't know about, and I know quite a few that have put quite a few of their investments into assets and stuff, and they've gone through situations where they have been in legal battles for one thing or another. So I don't know how that could be.
And it comes up. It's not like it's not a question of how it's going to come up or what. It's just more of a question of when. And it's not like, I'm pretty sure you're in business, or anybody that creates a business, it's not like, oh, I want to be in the business today and I want to get out tomorrow.
Straight up.
They want to get it and they want to grow it. And ideally, if they're kids or whoever they want to pass it on to, they want to grow it with them, right?
Right.
So, like, you want to make sure that little baby that you create is able to grow. You don't want to make sure that, like, if something were to come and fall on it, there's an umbrella over it.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just making sure that whatever you want to do, whatever passion you have, is able to grow to its full fulfillment, that your dream, your wish to see where it's at is there.
That's what's up. We're going to take a very short break. Man, that's a lot of information. Hopefully you guys are chewing it real well and, trying to get all the flavor out of these bites. We're going to take a very short break, and we'll be back with Adil Mackwani, a.k.a. Mac, from M&A Wealth. So sit tight, stay tuned, and when you hear our voice again, give us a call if you want to have any questions answered about the financial literacy of your business or your position in finances, I guess. So we'll be back. Stay tuned, yo.
क्या आज सासू जी ने फिर कुछ कह दिया?
नहीं यार, सासू जी तो बड़ी स्वीट है. टीवी ड्रामे देखती रहती है.
So just so you know, everything is like very sensitive when it comes to audio. So even though I used to do this a lot and stuff, so just know it comes into the audio. So just be careful. And let me fix this mic.
Have no fear, my dear. Alliance Fashion Bazaar is here. आ रहा है मार्च की पहली तारीख को 11 बजे से लेकर 8 बजे तक ब्रिस्टल बैंक्वेट हॉल प्लेनो में. सारे वेंडर्स अपने लेटेस्ट क्लोथिंग और ज्वेलरी सिलेक्शन लेकर आ रहे हैं. बस टाइम पे रेडी रहना, मैं तुम्हें पिक कर लूंगी.
अरे वाह, क्या बात है. मेरे पास सब इंफॉर्मेशन है, क्योंकि मेरे पास तुम हो. तुम और अलायंस फैशन बाजार दोनों जिंदाबाद.
It's that time of year once again. Everyone is talking about weight loss programs and how their patented program has proven results that will help you shed those pounds and keep it off for good. We're going to let you in on a little secret. There is no secret. Weight loss is about making the decision to change your life. At Fortis BMI, we believe in providing our patients with a customized solution based on their body type, medical science, and accountability. At Fortis BMI, our weight loss treatment plans combine healthy eating, exercise, and medication, along with surgical and non-surgical treatments. And all of our programs are under the supervision of a medical doctor, a team of experienced staff, and we accept insurance. Schedule a consultation today by going to fortisbmi.com or calling 817-527-6627. Let the dedicated and experienced team of doctors and medical staff at Fortis BMI help you start your weight loss journey today. That's fortisbmi.com.
The largest largest Indian restaurant in North America, India 101 in Irving, offers you a scrumptious daily lunch and dinner buffet featuring mouth-watering entrees and specials from all across India. Whether you want to make your own chaat or stick to a healthy salad, or maybe you want to indulge in full dessert or drink bar, India 101 has it all. Visit India 101 with your entire family and experience fine dining like none other. India101.us.
चिकन करारा, मलाई बोटी, मटन चापेट, अब इतनी सारी चीजें बनानी है और मेरी नन्ही सी जान पति देव ने तो कहा है 50 लोगों के लिए खाना बनाना है, ध्यान रखना मेरी इज्जत का सवाल है। अब आप ही बताइए, मेरे मुन्ने के मुंडन पर मैं खाना क्यों पकाऊं?
Yeah, so the more places we can share it, the better we can like, what you call
compound growth, man. Compound interest and compound growth.
Cross-pollination of audiences, but
everything is finance related.
Yeah, that's
the way it focuses.
That's awesome. That's good because like you're using the lingo in your everyday life. It's all meaning that not only do you like work on it or manage it.
Download the free Radio Azad iPhone and Android app now to listen to all your favorite RJs 24/7.
And R.I.P. Kobe.
We had a show last week called Celebrating Kobe.
Yeah, dude, like, I mean, that guy taught me a lot on that mama mentality. So it's like, hey.
Let's add that. Save it. I want raw emotion like that. Okay. You need raw. Because it makes it more like heartfelt and natural, not like, scripted and stuff like that.
Confidence or glamour ka ideal combination.
Come by to Z Outfitters' brand new location inside Noor's Beauty Salon, 4070 North Beltline Road, Suite 110 in Irving. Open every day except Tuesday. For custom bridal and party wear, please call for your appointment 516-754-2817 and check out the Z Outfitters Facebook page.
And we are back to Radio Azad's Millennial Masala with your host Anil Sohani. Got a special guest in the studio today, all the way from Houston, Texas, my hometown, Adil Mackwani, a.k.a. Mac from M&A Wealth.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
All right. Yeah, I think they're doing well. Hopefully you guys are. We're live in 50 states, 120 countries on the Radio Azad app. If you haven't downloaded it, please download it. We're also on 104.9 FM HD3 in the DFW area, as well as 1110 AM. It's going down over here. How you feeling, by the way?
Doing pretty good, man.
All right, that's good. Some people feel a little sweaty and tired, and I'm like, no. I try to keep it light with everybody, and
No, that's why I wear a jacket, man. Cover all those sweat.
There you go. That's the way to go. You gotta stay up with it. That's what's up. Gotta give a shout out to our amazing partners and one of the teams I work with as well, Global Financial and Insurance Services. They're a one-stop shop for all your insurance needs, including home, auto, business, life, health, jewelry, umbrella, flood, everything. They got specialists for medical buildings, IT firms, restaurants, office buildings, wholesalers, and C-stores. For more information and to request a quote, please visit theglobalfinancial.com or call 469-317-9400. Your protection is their priority. I want to add to that, it's actually our priority because I'm also an associate insurance agent with Global Financial Insurance Services. So if you have any questions about insurance, let me know. Finances, I'm probably going to redirect it to my boy Adil over here because he's got the hookup on that. So we'll jump right back into it. We're talking about what's so special about M&A. And so now, during the break, we're just chit-chatting and talking to the Facebook live viewers as well. But I'm curious, you mentioned something about Kobe, right? The Mamba mentality, because we, rest in peace to him and those 8 people. But how did that influence you? How did he influence you overall in terms of your life goals and just in general?
Yeah, so I brought it up, and Kobe's not a perfect person.
Nobody is.
But it's the strive on certain things that you can find from certain people, right? As they say, pick up certain characteristics from certain people. Pick up the good. Yeah. And with him, it was definitely work ethic. Work ethic 100%. That while you're young and while you're working and you're everything that you have to give, if this is what you want to do, you give it all.
Straight up.
And you be your best.
Of course.
Like, being nothing but the best is losing. It's not like coming in second is a trophy. No, you lost. Like, that's it, period.
It's like Ricky Bobby, you know,
either you win
first
or you're last.
First or you're last.
You're first or you're last, right?
Yeah.
And that mentality, like, yes, try, and, like, obviously some people, like, there's things that you're not going to be the best at.
True.
But if you give it your all, I guarantee you will be the best at it, because your drive is what pushes you. Like, you're going to fail once, but you're not going to fail over and over again. The people that really fail are the people that fail once and give up. It's that give up mentality that I think that he didn't have.
Yeah, it's true.
And, like, having a person like that basketball gave it its all.
Yes.
Was a champion, five-time champion.
Yeah.
Like, amazing person. And then what he wants to be known for, if you listen to his last interview or his couple last interviews on CNBC, is for investing.
True.
Because he wants to be great at what he touches or what he does at that moment in time.
Because I saw a statistic, or not even a statistic, it was some sort of facts. I think you may have presented it on your Instagram page for M&A. By the way, follow M&A Wealth.
Yeah.
There we go.
Ma Wealth.
Ma Wealth.
But M&A Wealth, M&A Wealth is the words for Instagram and all the other social medias.
There you go, MAA Wealth. There you go. So I saw something about Kobe's overall, I guess, investment thing, where it was like, in about 15 years, he accrued a certain amount of money, and then the same amount of money he accrued in 4 or 5 years when it came to investing in body armor or his drink. I think that...
Correct, it was body armor. Exactly. Drink. And it was... so Kobe, like, he had invested in his time. Time is a big thing.
Yes.
Like, as most of us know as entrepreneurs and stuff. And when he invested in it, he had done... it was 15.2 seasons he had worked in the NBA pretty much overall. And his salary, he had got to $200 million. But he invested over 4 years or 3 years, because there's investment periods and growth. He invested over $6 million over the time. Yeah. And that $6 million he had invested, over $4.4 million had turned into $200 million.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
So and that's a passive investment, right? He wasn't the one. Obviously, he was being a marketer for body armor, helping it grow.
True.
I mean, that's your own business. You want to help it grow. Anything you can help is possible. But being passively versus putting your whole body at risk.
Yeah.
And making the same amount of money.
Forget about it. Yeah. So he pretty much like set the bar high when it came to your name being your brand, right? In a way, because like he used that, and like you said, he would go to the events. Because I know quite a few people that took pictures with Kobe in the last few years, because not basketball, but they'll go to like conventions or trade shows, and then he's right there taking pictures with body armor stuff. And I'm like, wow, okay, he's really putting himself out there. But I realized he's already done that. Now he's, instead of working hard, I realized this was a time where he worked smart, and it kind of, in my opinion, goes back to what you were saying initially, how your parents really worked hard when they came to the country, and whatever, both the different aspects of how they accrued their wealth. Definitely. They worked hard, and then they want you to get education and everything, so you can work smart. And I feel like I kind of feel that way.
I think you hit the nail on the coffin right there, man. Like,
yeah,
that's exactly. I mean, that's what they've driven in me. 100%. It's always about working smart, and I think people want to work hard. People wake up every day. They put the hours in.
Yes.
I mean, like they want to be perfect in their profession, right? Why else would you take something unless you have like a money need or something like that? It makes sense. Sure. But like, if you want to excel in something that you've been wanting, right? Like you went to school for it, now you got a job for it, or whatever your career wants to enable you to do, you need to be the best.
True.
It's just, it's as simple as that. And like saying to be the best is easy, but actually doing it over time. Like, I'm definitely not the best in my profession, but I'm going to give you the best advice that I know, and that I can like guide you in that direction.
Straight up, yeah.
And that's what helps people, right? Like, you want to be honest, clear, and show people the correct path. I mean, you could look at Kobe. I'm pretty sure when he asked you who's the best ball player, obviously he's going to say him. Yeah. He asked me who's the best financial guy. You can look at him. But, I mean, it's a sense of being cocky versus what's being how much work ethic you put in, and how much knowledge you want to gain towards that subject. Like, being at that point versus like when you were 10, 12, when he was in Italy practicing.
Oh, yes, okay.
His whole dream was to go to the Lakers.
Yeah.
And for that dream to accomplish it isn't just because he said it. It's because he put in that work.
True.
Jordan. I mean, we've all watched Space Jam.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, shooting those hoops that early in the morning as a kid, It's not easy.
Yeah. And
Mark Wahlberg, waking up at 4:30 at his age as of right now, not easy.
Yes.
It's work. It's work ethic.
Yeah.
And it's not like you do it once and you say you do it, but it's being consistent. And I think when it goes to investing, it's the same concept. It's all about being consistent. Doing something over a period of time that you know that if I do it over and over and over again, it's going to produce a value for me that, hey, maybe one day I might not have to work in retirement.
Yeah.
And most likely you won't, because you're going to be saving enough for you to grow in that aspect.
Sure.
But it's you're contributing to your own value, your own growth, and how you see your potential being, and how you can produce your message to the rest of the world.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. These are some gold mines. All right, we're talking about some gold mines here. Y'all better start chipping away at these gold mines. Don't worry if you missed any part of this whole 2-hour segment we're doing. It's going to be a podcast, and you can share it with your clients as well. That'll be pretty cool on Mixcloud. So make sure you download the Mixcloud app. It's free. You can listen to all the Radio Azad's amazing lineup of RJs that have been doing this for a little while now, and growing better and better at their craft, just like Mac was talking about just now. We're going to play a song real quick. This is a dope song. This is from the movie Bala. Have you seen Bala yet?
I haven't.
Dude, it's hilarious. It's like 30-year-old who's pretty much almost bald, right? He's gone, he's lost all his hair. And it just talks about how, the shallowness of people today, how they just perceive looks to be everything. And it's a great film, and it tells a great story. The song is dope. It's called Na Goriye, so check it out, yo. There you go. Yeah. We have 4.5 minutes. So yeah, run. 2.5 minutes. I'll stall him. Don't worry. Yeah, I got you.
सारी दुनिया ते हाय बंगले पे कर सोनिया मैं कहना गोरिए ना 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 गोरिए ओ कुड़ी मैनू कहंदी मैनू जुत्ती ले ते सोनिया मैं कहना गोरिए ना 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 गोरिए ओ कुड़ी मैनू कहंदी मैनू जुत्ती ले ते सोनिया मैं कहना गोरिए ना 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 गोरिए ओ कुड़ी मैनू कहंदी जानी मैनू प्यार नहीं जे दे सकदी जा डुब के मर जानी ओ जो तू करने आए ते भी न करे किसे होर तो कर जानी मैनू प्यार नहीं जे दे सकदी जा डुब के मर जानी मेरे कोले जानी सूट दो हिरे दे सोनिया मैं कहना गोरिए ना 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 गोरिए ओ कुड़ी मैनू कहंदी मैनू जुत्ती ले ते सोनिया
And we are back. Welcome back to Radio Azad's Millennium Masala. That was from the movie Bala, called Na Goriye. That's one of my favorite songs. It's a jam right now. It's been doing real well. And that movie itself is a phenomenal. So if you get a chance, definitely check it out.
It's a good comedy movie? I've been looking for a good comedy movie.
It is hilarious, man. The actor, Ayushmann Khurrana, this past year, I had to see, so many movies from him. Dream Girl was hilarious because he plays like a girl. I like voice acting, so he's kind of a voice actor in that movie, and he gets a really dope job working as not a call girl, but You know those hotlines people call in just to talk to girls and stuff?
Yeah, definitely. I know what you're talking about.
It is hilarious, man. Like, and that movie kind of shows how, at the end of the day, no matter who you are, you need someone to talk to almost every day, whether it is talking about your personal life or whatever. And it's good for your mental
health. You need a place to vent.
Yeah, it's a very...
Mental health, man. I think that's a big issue in our community.
True. So
it's something that's not talked about, and it's something important because when it comes to finances, one thing is this: it's all about your body, your health, because you are your number one producing asset.
This is true. I wholeheartedly agree.
Until, they say, this is a famous quote, there's only two things certain in life. It's death and taxes. But the problem is nobody knows when they're going to die, and they don't know what the tax is going to be with different presidents.
It's true.
But with that aspect, right, you plan for it, and including with mental health. Since you are your number one contributing asset, the day you die, you can't contribute to the world.
This is true.
Right? I understand your soul lives on 100%, but you as a human, you can't bring more assets as a person.
True.
But you can leave a legacy, and that legacy or your business and all that can leave assets.
This is true. Yeah.
So you always want to plan for different things in that aspect. Make sure that, hey, there's whatever I'm doing is not just for me right now, but me for the last time that even when I'm not here is still breathing on for generations.
That's real. Yeah, no, understandable. Wholeheartedly agree. I concur. We're getting back into it. We're talking about financial literacy here with Adil Mackwani, a.k.a. Mac from M&A Wealth. We just gave a shout-out to Global, so now I want to say hello to Fortis BMI. I got to give these guys a call myself, man, because since the new year, everyone's trying to lose weight or get into the ideal shape that they want to for their New Year's resolutions.
Consistency,
man. Oh, man. It's that time of the year again. Everyone's trying to get into shape. Fortis BMI has, they offer customized, physician-supervised weight loss treatment plans using a combination of healthy eating, exercise, anti-obesity medications, and both surgical and non-surgical treatments. Turn your life around. Give Fortis BMI a call for an appointment. 817-527-6627. That number again is 817-527-6627. Or look them up at FortisBMI.com. Whether your weight loss goals are big or small, Fortis BMI is with you every step of the way. And, we're jumping back into it. Let's see, because I had a list of things. So financial planning, did we touch that already? I don't know if we touched that yet.
We've touched a little bit of it, but I've probably dropped the topic name a little bit here.
Yes, you did, yeah.
So financial planning, it's a full encompassment of your full financial plan.
Okay.
And when people say that, you might just automatically think investments.
Yeah.
But it's not that. It's kind of like what you said. It's your BMI, your health.
Yes.
It's everything. It's your full plan. A plan encompasses everything from what I'm kind of doing on a daily basis to how I'm investing.
Okay.
Obviously, my company and we specialize in the investment and the growth of you as a financial asset.
Okay.
But there's also things you need to take care of on your own. We can't control your health.
True. These are things,
There's things that you are your biggest producing asset, as I said. So, obviously your health, different things like that is things that are in your own hands. So when it comes to a financial plan, there's that aspect of you that's there. Then there's the insurance aspect as your auto insurance, your health insurance, your different things, your overall making sure you're covered, your life insurance to make sure if something happens to you, God forbid, that there's something passed on.
Okay, for your family.
Sure. So that just to accomplish the goals that you want. At the end of the day, your financial plan revolves around you. And if anybody else tells you that your financial plan is not based on you, they're wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. They're 100% wrong. I'll say it and they can come call me about it.
It's not like a suit you can get off the rack. It's like a custom tailored
100%. Because there's different events that have happened in your life versus my life. Your risk tolerance to certain things versus my risk tolerance, completely different, right? There's a certain amount of money that you need to make sure your necessities go through the month versus a certain amount of necessities that I need to go through the month.
Straight up, yeah.
So, everybody's plan has to be different. And that encompasses looking at your cash flow. Your debt, your income that's currently coming in, that's all in the cash flow. Then your insurance, how much your auto insurance is versus your life insurance, health insurance, making sure everything is protected on that end in case something were to happen to you. Because think about it this way. Oh, I don't have health insurance. A lot of our community, I mean, they're business owners. They're like, oh, whatever. I don't cover it, or my employer doesn't cover it. I'll pay the fine for it as it be. But in that aspect, if your health goes down, that means your income goes down.
That's a source of everything. That's a source of, like, not just your income, but your everything. Like, your livelihood is what's, the base for everything that you
Correct. And it's things like that you make sure that you're considered. And our government also benefits things like that. We give tax credits and tax benefits for tax, like, things for that aspect. Like, if you open an HSA account, which is, like, usually opened with a high deductible insurance plan.
Okay.
That allows you to contribute some of your money, and you don't pay tax on that money towards that. And I think the max on it is around $3,500, $3,450, $3,500 per year per person.
Okay.
And if you're a family, it's about $7,000 for that family. But that allows you to put that money away for any medical expenses that come up at that kind of time, and you can pay for that. And what you get to do is take a tax break on it now.
Okay.
That money's invested for you. If it grows in the market, you get that. Plus, you can use that towards your medical expenses tax-free.
That's what's up. Yeah, I remember that during the corporate days. I left corporate a little over a year ago, so I remember having that.
The HSA, FSAs, they have all these different names for certain things,
right?
And they're all investment vehicles for you to do well, like for things that for you to grow your money at the end of the day. But you need to talk to an advisor before you invest in any of them,
right?
Because they're going to tell you what is more right for your situation. As I said, everything is tailored. So whatever I say, like today, can be a general topic.
Sure.
But it's not going to be, oh, this is what I need to go open up tomorrow. Because your situation is different from someone else's. Your benefits that you get from your company are different from the guy. You and me are just completely different.
Yeah, there's no one size fits all.
Okay. There isn't.
Understand.
So, and when you look at your financial plan, there's that. There's the insurance. There's the investments. There's the cash flow.
Right.
There's the debt management. It's a full picture of what everything is going. And now your plan tends to change.
Yes.
100%. But as it changes, there are certain things that are fixed. And you want to make sure those fixed assets and fixed things keep growing.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's so true. It's necessary. And it's funny because, like, the instrumental playing right now is called bank account.
There you go, man.
Oh, man.
Certain things happen in certain situations.
This is straight up. We're talking to Adil Mackwani here in the studio. Give us a call if you want to add to the conversation or ask any questions about financial literacy. 972-501-9390 is the number. And I do want to play another song, if that's all right, and we'll jump back into it right before we take a break. Yeah.
I'm always cool with some good jams, man.
All right, that's what's up, This is called Mackwani from the movie Drive, so check this one out. I'm sure you'll like it as much as I do.
So, for Indian music, for me, it's not that. I think like said, you're many, connect album, right? Yeah. But like, these Indian, I think Indian music is really well on like those slow, like chill songs. Yeah. So how's it going? Good, it's going well. I think it's going well. It's a lot of information. And I'm sorry if I'm talking too much information. No, it's necessary. And so I'm sure, like, when you share it with anybody at the podcast, there will be a lot of information going on. And I'm sure, like, we'll listen to it. And that's kind of first one. Yeah. So whatever you're in town next time around, we'll do episode 2, whatever you want to do. So usually I'm in town in Dallas. Like, I need time. So my time is here. I'm about to be back to my name. And I'm not in the store. So maybe once a month we do. And then in town. So like maybe we just schedule a lot for. Ideally, if I can schedule it for you, I'd love to know about like the media and everything is worked out then. So logistically wise, like if I say I'm gonna be there, I'm there. Okay. And then like so each time, like right now we have 9 questions each time that I'm doing. So each time I'll give you those questions. Yeah, so it's something different every time, right? So like right now we're only testing chapter 1 of the book. This is great because this is all from so it's going to be like 12 segments. And I really know more details and stuff right now. So that's what I was just thinking. We touched a little bit about financial planning. And now I was just thinking topic 5. Retirement for business owners. Just so I can say, we talked about retirement, financial planning, all this.
But today we're going to talk about this each topic. So the next about an hour into the conversation. So I will keep going. This is ideal because we're right at the hour mark in the podcast. So that's why I mean, this is my first radio show, but I've heard of the real show, I was saying the time, right? Yeah. If I could plan everything you tell me, everything kind of slow, and you just go with it, man. This is great, you know? Stuff is not perfect, bro. No, this is good. You just gave me an idea. Yeah, we can do this once a month, and it'll be like, we'll have a show an episode dedicated for a month, talking about financial literacy. Yeah. It is educate people, because honestly, like, I'm going to talk about emergency funds, so like, you can just say, oh, maybe 6 to 12 months spent. Like, I'm pretty sure you've heard it. You look up on like 6 months, 12 months, emergency funds, good stuff. Wow. 6 months is good. Everybody, don't worry. We have time. We have a second. Well, like 6 months is for that. 18 months is for a business owner's different, right? Yeah. If you want a business, it ain't 6 months of planning. It's 18 months of planning because I got to make sure my business runs. So it's 6 months of
You are listening to Radio Azad, KBTT 1110 AM, Mineral Wells, Dallas, Fort Worth, and KCMP Pilot Point 104.9 FM, HD3.
Where can you eat the world's best chicken that is cooked to succulent perfection on a flame grill and basted with secret peri-peri sauces? Only at the Port of Peri Peri, which has 4 locations for your convenience at Plano, Frisco, Arlington, and Irving. Try their wings, lemon herb chicken, or signature chicken for a memorable meal. For vegetarian diners, be sure to try their peri falafel or peri cassava fries, which go great with their delicious veggie burger or paneer wrap. Visit myperiperi.com for their full menu, catering, dine-in, and takeout available. Rev up your taste buds at Port of Peri Peri.
These are your tax accounts. These are your Roth IRAs. This is how you convert it from a tax account to a Roth IRA in certain situations. This is your long-term care in case you get sick, something like that. This is your C corporations to defer all your taxes. It's like a whole book I read, 70 pages only too. I tried to condense it to like under 100 pages where it's just content. You read it, you might have to read it twice to understand it, but the information is there. Now you go take that information, you write to a CPA, and you're going to question your CPA. Because your CPA, you pass an exam to get where he's at. But does he know
and I am too. For more information and to request a quote, please visit theglobalfinancial.com or call 469-317-9100. Your protection is their priority.
Genetics, and I'm like,
Out of sight, out of mind, yeah.
But you got to practice what you preach.
Yeah, it's true.
क्या बताओ यार मैं लगा खराब था और अब आदमी हो गया और अब मेरे डॉक्टर साहब के पास पूरे हफ्ते का स्केड्यूल पहले से ही बुक है
Because like I've never opened up a corporate for myself, and like years ago when I was with my family business in Phoenix, like definitely years ago, we had it, but like my mom kind of decided she kind of I mean, when you're a certain age, you don't know what you're signing. Yeah. You just do it because your parents say, yeah, it's true. I'm just speaking from my personal experience. Dude, like, my parents,
Even Care is located in North Richland Hills and for your convenience has opened its second location in Mesquite. Call the office at 817-581-5959 or look them up at amencare.com.
Attention doctors, it may be time to make the switch. CodeRide Healthcare Consulting is the #1 medical billing, coding, and practice management company in client satisfaction. They are locally based and take great care to ensure that all your patient data is secure and HIPAA compliant. CodeRide also provides insurance eligibility, verification, and aggressive denial follow-up services. They have a proven compliance plan to help you pass an audit. Need policies and procedures instilled at your practice? CodeRide's knowledgeable and dedicated team is the best in the business. Call them now at 972-872-8972 or visit them at CodeRightConsulting.com. Want to look radiant with glowing skin and healthy hair full of bounce and body? Rosina Dosani Health Coach has partnered with a luxury line of naturally based anti-aging hair and skincare products and wants you to try it and feel the difference. These products minimize fine lines and wrinkles and hydrate, nourish, brighten, and protect your hair and skin so you feel more like you. Confident all the way. This luxury line is clinically tested, Leaping Bunny certified, and approved by dermatologists. For more information and to place an order, please call Rosina Dosani at 682-429-9791 or email rosedoss@aol.com.
वैसे तो डैलस में खाना खाने और खिलाने की बहुत सारी जगह हैं, लेकिन एक बात बताएं, क्या किसी एक जगह पर इतनी चीजें एक साथ मिल सकती हैं? लाजवाब गरमा गरम आलू पराठे, मलाई टिक्का, लाहौरी चरखा, टकटक, दम बिरयानी। आप डाइनिंग करें या टेक आउट आपकी मर्जी। और की केटरिंग या लाइव ग्रिल से दावत तो यकीनन सुपर है। आपके हर अहम मौके के लिए बैंक्वेट हॉल का इंतजाम। इतना ही नहीं, सबिया गोश्त और देसी ग्रोसरी की शॉपिंग कन्वीनियंस के लिए सुपरमार्केट भी अवेलेबल। आज ही जाइए टेक्सास के Irving 3455 North Beltline Road या Plano 3825 West Springfield Parkway या
You don't want the
फिर
guy
कॉल
that
कीजिए
just comes and gives you one
214
bite here and there.
969.
And we are back. Welcome back to Radio Azad Millennial Masala with your host Anil Sohani, coming to you live from the studios here in Irving, Texas, with special guests today here, Adil Mackwani, aka Mac from M&A Wealth, coming straight out of Houston.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good drive home, enjoying it. Anil's been playing some awesome music, so I mean, I don't know why you would not be listening to any other station but this.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate it. We're hopping into some topics about financial literacy here, and we're aiming to make this into like a staple on a monthly level. Like on average, if I get the green light, we could just make this into a monthly financial literacy special. And if you're down to come up to Dallas, and we can do this every month, that'd be pretty cool. Where the audience and listeners can understand a little bit more and more about financial literacy.
Yeah, I think it's an awesome opportunity and to talk to people. My whole point in me is to promote financial literacy. I honestly think that our community has worked really hard in this country, but we just don't understand how the taxes, how the laws work to make sure our assets grow in the most tax efficient way. Because at the end of the day, I mean, I'm not your uncle, and I'm pretty sure you don't know any uncle named Sam. But if he is your uncle, kudos to him.
Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam, yeah. But, you don't want to be paying taxes in his pocket. I mean, you want to keep the money in your pocket for the hard dollars that you've earned. And it's not been an easy ride getting here and growing your assets. So, I mean, all I want to promote is that you keep the money in your pocket and make sure that if you do invest it, that it's invested in the right way for you to be financially secure.
That's what's up. Before we get back into it, got to give a shout out to Amen Care, Primary and Urgent Care Clinic. If you're looking for an excellent primary care doctor for your whole family, from your children to your grandchildren, to your parents, to your grandparents, give them a call. They've got quite a few people ready to help you with managing of diabetes, high blood pressure, asthma, or as Desis like to call it, asthma. I don't know, man. Routine checkups, annual, physical screening tests and all that. Get your flu shots as well, because it's that crazy season right now. They're committed to easy and affordable billing as well. For your convenience, Amen Care has opened up a second location in Mesquite. Give them a call in the Mesquite location, 972-288-9747, or their original location out in North Richland Hills at 817-581-5959. Schedule your appointment online as well at amencare.com. That's AYMAN care.com. Walk-ins also welcome. Amen Care, providing care and compassionate care for the whole family. Back at it with Adil Mackwani, a.k.a. Mac from M&A Wealth. And let's see, over the break, we're just kind of chit-chatting. We talked a little bit about financial planning up until now. So I know there's a lot of business owners out there, as well as a lot of people, like you mentioned, how your father was an employee of the government, and then your mother was more business-minded, right? So you got two different mindsets in that situation. So now, a lot of people out there are, I'm sure, in similar boats as your parents were. And so I'm sure the big question is, what do you do when it comes to talking about retirement? Because sometimes, You know, people in their 30s right now, they're like, oh, I still got 30, 40 years left. You know, I don't have to worry about it. But is that still the case? Or is it like, you know, we should be focusing on retirement today?
Honestly, I think you should be focusing on retirement the day your kid is born.
The day your kids are born?
Definitely. Wow. Because, like, there's opportunities that it's not just about being in the vehicle or I'm focusing on retirement. It's that these vehicles that the government has established for us allow us to save money in a tax-efficient way that allows you to grow. So that maybe your kid 10, 20, 30 years down the line can pull out money and his money is still growing on top of that.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, definitely. Like, so there's like a vehicle called a Roth IRA.
And by the way, a vehicle, not literally a vehicle, right?
No,
We're talking about like
a vehicle, like a position, like
sure.
Like something that you invest in. Like
okay.
It's like something you buy, or not buy technically, but something you invest your money in that has a potential to grow over time.
Very nice.
And so there's different vehicles that are established by the government for us to take advantage of tax laws based on our situation. Okay. Now, not everybody's situation is ideal.
Right.
But let's say, for hypothetically speaking, right?
Sure, yeah.
We're in a situation today where we are making less taxes.
Okay.
And probably 10, 20, 30 years from now, you expect to make more taxes. Or you expect to pay more taxes.
Pay more taxes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely not make more taxes. Please don't do that.
Sure.
But when you're in that situation, right, you want to make sure your money is growing in a most tax efficient manner.
Okay.
As a Roth IRA, in an example, it's one of the many numerous vehicles that are available. But this vehicle allows you to contribute today to your money, the money that you've already paid taxes on. So, like, let's say that you've already taken an income tax and you've already had this money in your account. Now you want to put it in this vehicle.
Okay.
Let's say you can put in up to, I believe this year it's about 6,000, maybe 500, right around there. You put that in that vehicle and you're allowed to grow it. All the money you make from investing, and you're investing in companies. So you're investing in other businesses, not like it's just sitting in cash.
Yeah.
But all that money later on that you pull out is all tax-free to you.
Oh, wow. That's a big deal.
Because
you don't know what taxes are going to be like in, 10, 20 years from now. You're right.
Exactly. Well, I mean, my main question is this. Do you plan on making less money today than you are going to make in the future, or do you plan on making more money in the future?
More money in the future is the goal, yeah.
Ideally, right? Even when you're 59, 65, whenever you want to pull out, you plan on, I want to show more money.
True.
Like, I want to make more money. Like, I want to, as a business person, you always want to keep growing.
True.
It's not a day you want to retire, right?
Right.
Ideally speaking. So, in that aspect, you want to make sure that your assets are protected in certain ways and that they're able to grow to the most way that's beneficial to you. Now, like, some people might be in the opposite end and they might want a traditional IRA, which is beneficial to them because, you know what, they might be taking less income in retirement.
Okay.
They might already have more saved.
Yes.
Everybody's situation is different, but when you look at a financial plan in total, it brings us to that. Now, like, as we were talking, like, in a financial plan, it includes insurance, investments, and I guess just to keep it simple and to keep it ongoing.
Yes.
To make sure that nobody gets confused day one, right?
Yeah.
Let's just take the topic of mainly being, what's the difference between being a business owner for retirement and a financial, like, employee for retirement.
Okay.
Like, if you're an employee, you're usually dealing with a 401k. I'm pretty sure.
That's correct.
Right? That's what your retirement vehicle is in. And a lot of people don't know why the 401k was created. But the 401k in general was created for retirements when there was a pension at that time for most companies given.
Okay. Yeah, now it makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. And as time has grown, it's allowed you to defer money at that point when the tax rates were super high. Allows you to defer money, saying, I'm not going to pay taxes today. I'll wait till a later day whenever I pull out the money to pay taxes, because they think that if taxes are at 30% or 40%, which historically they've been, I'm going to wait to a time point when, for my income, it's at 20%, 10%.
Oh, so they're expecting the taxes to fall.
Okay, wow. Exactly. That's what in traditional, and since you're taking a pension and all this income in, you want to kind of defer your taxes at that point.
Okay.
So that's why the 401k was created, was for those type of individuals, high executives. But at that point in time now, a lot of companies realized that, hey, it takes the responsibility of us as a pension, because if I have a pension, I'm technically owe you this much money for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you're going to live.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah.
So what I want to do is invest it, make it grow, in all of that aspect to make sure that I can make that possible for you.
That's what's up. Okay.
But when you're doing that, you don't know, like, hey, this is what's going to happen, that's what's going to happen, how long you're going to be there. So when most of these executives have created the 401k and all that and moved the responsibility at that point to the individual.
Oh, okay. So they kind of wiped their hands clean of the situation.
The company wiped their hands clean. The company that you're working for kind of wiped their hands clean and said, now it's your responsibility today to make sure that, hey, we will match you this much, but now it's your responsibility to make sure that money grows, make sure that you have enough to make your
Okay, that's why companies have that incentive in
a 401k from when they moved away from a pension to a 401k, because it reduced the responsibility on the company's end to provide for you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And put it on your hands to make sure that you are able to grow your money, which is not a bad thing, but you need to find somebody that if it is growing, to make sure that it grows in your values.
That's what's up. Okay. Interesting. All right. Wow. I remember some of that stuff when I first signed on with my first corporate gig after college, but it's a great refresher right then and there.
Yeah, and that's just on the employee side. But on a business owner side, I mean, it's up to you. You have to pick your own vehicles. You are the company.
It's true.
You have to make decisions. And people say that, my business is going to be my retirement. I mean, we've lived in the century. I mean, obviously you're in business for not 1 to 2 years. You're in business for 20 to 50, 60 years.
About you.
40 years. Like most people are in business for about 20 to 30 years in each business that they've done independently.
Yes.
At that point in time, it's kind of like, am I saving for my retirement or am I just growing my business?
Yeah, you come across that. So how do people decide? I mean, I'm sure it's very different
but
case
to
case.
But you're in business to pay yourself. And a lot of, I think, our community and just in business in general thinks that, if I keep reinvesting, my business is going to grow. No, you need to reinvest in yourself because that was the first asset that grew into this business.
Yes. Okay.
So you want to make sure that, hey, this is growing in the right manner. That, hey, I've put some money aside for when I did this project. Now the money that I'm paying myself first. Okay. And I'm paying myself through retirement because you don't need the money today. Your business is going to make sure that you are able to pay your bills today. But all the excess money that's coming in, you want to make sure that you're going to pay yourself for a later point in time.
Okay.
And being a business owner, that responsibility in America, even though you're given so many tax breaks between opening up a C Corp, S Corp versus paying your own salary versus taxes that you're about to pay for that. Having that opportunity, they take that responsibility and put it on you as a business owner to cover your own butt for your retirement. Mm-hmm. Having that, you need to set up the right vehicles that are creditor protected so nobody sues you.
Right.
And if you're sued, nobody's going to touch that money. And you pay yourself first. So later on in the line, you're not dependent on anyone. Because I love my parents, and I want to take care of them. And I'm going to do everything I can to take care of them.
Yeah.
Inshallah. But that's the word, right? Inshallah, if God is willing.
Straight up, yeah.
Things change in God's will.
Yeah. It's always
life is changed.
Yeah, life is always. The universe works in mysterious ways, right? So you gotta.
So you don't want to be dependent on anybody. You want to kind of make sure that you're secure for yourself in this country that we live in.
Straight up.
Because it's not all on morals and logistics, and this is the perfect cookie cutter plan for everyone. It doesn't work like that. You just have to kind of develop your plan and make sure that that works for you.
That's what's up. Okay, all right, yeah, man, that's a lot to chew on. But I'm thinking that's very flavorful, and I think it could bring some
masala, right?
Yeah, that's some masala right there.
Masala right there.
That's what's up, man. We're gonna take a quick song break because we have quite a few jams I wanted to play with today. This one's from the movie Batla House called Oh Saki Saki. It's a remake of an original song. So check it out and let me know what you think. We'll be back, y'all.
Yeah, this is good. So this is good material. It's a little thick, so we have to chop it up for coming episode. So we gotta play songs like every 5 to 7 minutes. Second is song average. So we don't get tuned out because if they listen too much financial stuff and you kind of you don't hear some music or something. So that's why we try to play every 7 minutes. So this is a dope content. This is some stuff that I wish I kind of knew right off the bat as regular cars. IRAs and HSAs, everything put my way, I think, right when I got corporate. In 2014.
Give us some money. Pretty much somebody's telling you, I'm going to take your money and put it in this account. Now it hits you and you say, like, what if I'm putting it in this account? Where's my money going? So that's where it hits you. And it's just like, look, I just want the book for the moment is going to provide that kind of stepping stone. So for those individuals that are either going corporate or initially opening their own business, they know that these are where I put my money in to make sure that it's more tax efficient for me.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's not anything complicated, but there's a lot of complications in this matter. And that's why you need to follow it. Your situation is like clear versus where it needs to be, right? If it's clear, then that's where it needs to be. If it's fair, then that's where it needs to be. It's a lot of content. When it comes to finance, it's a lot. That's why I was like, man, I could talk to it. Yeah.
Have you got a podcast?
YouTube video. I want to do a YouTube channel, so I put a maximum number.
Oh, I saw that.
So the number minutes about like to go 3 to a month, but I'm going to do that consistently, and then eventually I was going to add a podcast and I'm more on like the once a month of things. I think with comments, like you said, you need time to take that information, absorb it, and kind of ask questions about it.
Ready? And we are back. That was Oh Saki Saki, a remake of the original from the 90s or the 2000s time frame or so, and from the movie Bartla House, how uncles like to call it. But we're in the studios live with Radio Azad's Millennium Masala and your host Anil Sohani, and guest today Adil Mackwani, aka Mac from M&A Wealth, talking about financial literacy. And we just talked about retirement setups from whether you're a businessman, businesswoman, business person, to being an employee. And there's different ways to tackle that. And I'm sure everything we're talking about today. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but I posted it on Facebook and Instagram. But you're writing a book, by the way. I don't know if we're jumping the gun or anything, but you're writing a book, okay? And so these are like components that we want to kind of highlight every so often that you come into the studio about the book. So tell us a little bit about the book and why you want to go that route.
So I was never expecting to write a book. I'm not the best writer in the world, but I thought that I had enough knowledge that I wanted to share upon people.
Okay.
And in our community, financial literacy has never been talked about. Like as you said, mental health has never been talked about. A couple of issues that are there, and we've been very financially lucrative, but not financially literate.
We've been financially lucrative, but not financially literate.
Yeah, where we financially make money, we know how to make money. I think our community knows how to work hard, and working hard in America will make you money. But understanding where to put that money has been a very big issue in our community. And I mean, they think in the sense of where they've grown up and where they've come from that, hey, this is the best way to do it. But you're living in a different lay of the land, right?
Right.
And any information, any book you say is always learn the law of the land.
True.
Learn the lay of the land, learn where you're at.
True.
And I think we try to integrate our land into this world where you can integrate some of your beliefs, your customs into the world, but not the way the money is made because you didn't make the laws.
True. This is true.
The tax laws are what they are, and you have to make sure that you're set yourself up in that to make sure that you're advantageous to that way in your career, kind of.
This is true. Yeah, this is true. I never thought about because of course we got Desis everywhere doing normal Desi things as if they're not even in America. They're just back in their dish.
Yeah.
But this is true. Something that you can't change, which is the law of the land, unless you're
the tax laws. I mean, the only way you can change it is to be a politician or be a lobbyist.
Yes.
I mean, honestly,
this is true. This is so true.
So I mean, we were talking a little bit before about business owners and just retirement plans for employees, and employees they're kind of give and take. Like if you heard a little bit before that it's kind of on you to retire, but you kind of have a plan that you are retiring towards. You're putting money towards. You're forced to.
True.
To get some benefit or that. As a business owner, you're not forced to do anything. It's all on you. So in our community, we're I would say about 60-70% business owners.
Yes.
And that's the last generation, or our parents. I think most of us are working in a corporate gig.
Millennials? Yeah.
Millennials,
I'd say, yeah.
So we're working towards the employer side, but as a business owner in that, you want to make sure that I have a vehicle set up where it's not just my business I'm reliant on. I've been saving a little bit that even if I want to sell my business, now I have another inflow into my retirement or to leave a legacy to my kids. But, I mean, most people want to leave their business. They don't want to sell their business off and call it a day.
Yeah.
I mean, they usually might sell some businesses during their business cycle as while they're working as a businessman.
Right.
But you're not going to sell everything off to the world. You want to make sure that there's money coming in your pockets, you're able to grow, and your business is still succeeding. There's still some life to it.
True. This is true. Yep.
So making sure that, there's different plans that are available, and honestly, being a business owner in America allows you to take the most tax advantage vehicles that are in your possession.
So are we talking about long term in terms of personal or business emergency funds? Is that also something that we want to?
So emergency funds would be our short term.
Short term.
And our long term would be the investments, because anything you invest in, right? People say, that's one thing. People say, I trade or I invest.
Okay.
There's a big difference. It's two different words. They mean two different things.
Trade would be like day trading and stuff, and then investing would be like putting it and just not worrying about it.
Correct. And my best example is this. It's like people get confused about the stock market. I'm buying this stock, I'm trading. When you buy a stock, at the end of the day, you're buying equity in a business. You're buying ownership in the business.
Right.
So when you buy a business, just a raw business that's not in the stock market, do you want to buy it one day and be out the next?
No, you want to actually...
You want to extrude value from it.
Yes.
You want to take the most you can, and some of these companies do pay dividends. So you get a quarterly check coming into you for the amount that you hold. Now, being in that advantage, I would rather hold the company and wait for the price to eventually go up. Because with being in the stock market, there's a value to a company, but sometimes news comes out where it's up and down and make things motivate, right?
Yeah.
That's what adjusts the stock price.
Okay.
But when you own a business, it's kind of like when you own a private business, right?
Right.
It's just there's cash flow that comes in, cash flow that goes out, how much assets are produced versus liability. The only difference between that versus a publicly traded entity like something on the stock market is the news flow. Because if you owned, let's say, most of our days own convenience stores.
Convenience stores, yeah.
Right?
Yes, yeah.
On convenience store, you know how much cash comes in, you know how much cash goes out. Right? You know that this is how much my business is worth. If I'm going to put my multiple, it's going to be X times my revenue or X times my cash flow.
Right.
With being a publicly traded business, it's not the news on your convenience store that comes out every day. It's the news that comes out based on media and what people want to say.
Yes.
And that affects the stock price. So the stock price is different from what the value of a company is. And you want to find out whenever the value of the company is, and then find whenever the stock price falls below that value.
Oh, wow, okay.
And it's a lot of different things that come into different play.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of volatility in the markets, things like that, which can be advantageous to an investor.
I see what you mean. Okay, so you got to find the right opportunities by looking at all these.
Businesses.
Yeah.
But being an investor, when you have time working on your side in the stock market, and you're not saying, I want to be out tomorrow, because who wants to buy a business and be out tomorrow? Nobody. But you want to buy a business, hold it. Whenever the time is right in your hand, then you'll do well. Because you're letting time be on your side, saying it's an investment. I buy today, I hold forever. And whenever time is on my side, I cash out.
Straight up. No, that's real talk right there. Oh, man. Wow. I'm just wrapping my head around everything that just kind of put in my face right now.
It's a lot. I'm sorry.
That's dope, man. I love it.
I talk a lot about investments, and I'm very passionate about it. I just think it's I've been blessed with the opportunity to learn about it.
Yeah.
So why not spread that message? There's a lot of people that I hope they do it on their own.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot of time.
This is true. Yeah, this is true.
So you want somebody professional that does it for you, that dedicates their time to that.
This is true.
So you want somebody financially literate, somebody that's a fiduciary, and somebody that you have on a personal basis. Somebody you can talk to that, hey, you give him a call. Maybe he won't reply you today, but he'll reply you within a couple of days and be like, hey, let's sit down, let's talk, and let's get it together, what we need to do. If you have a question, I answer it for you.
Straight up, yeah.
It's about being transparent.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So that's what somebody looking into a financial firm or someone they would have to understand that. I guess that culture of the person. So you got to get to know somebody before you put your money.
Yeah, and like I said, it's like a business, right? You're not buying today to get out tomorrow. So if you're gonna buy, you're going to invest with the person that's investing for you, right? Get to know the person, because ideally you don't want to be with him today and just leave him tomorrow. You want to be with him.
Or her, because a lot of female, there's everybody.
Sorry, yeah, I'm speaking from
them. Sure, yeah.
Them, her, him, whoever you invest your money with, make sure you have a little bit of a relationship with them where you trust them and they're responsive to you. It's not just some random person, because at the end of the day, you trust who you're close to. Yeah. And you trust, your money is what you work hard for.
Right.
So you want to make sure if you're giving that to somebody, you trust them with it.
Straight up. That's real talk right there. Before we take a little break, this segment's going by pretty fast, man. I have no idea. An hour and a half is almost past up.
I think that's just was me talking.
No. This is dope. This is all awesome, interesting content that I think anybody listening to this will learn quite a bit. And of course, you got a book coming out as well, inshallah.
Yeah, it's going to be hopefully released in the next couple of months. You're going through a second round of edits. I'm pretty transparent. Don't hold me to 2 months, but it's actually called. We finally finished the book cover, which hopefully we'll release on y'all's website.
Yeah.
Definitely, and it's called Tax Strategies for High Net Worth Individuals.
Tax strategies for high net worth individuals.
Definitely.
Okay, I'll put that on there. I'll put that on the gram. That'll be great.
Yeah, definitely. And then we'll release a free ebook copy if you want to buy a copy. It'll be released on Amazon, and you can order it from us online and things like that. It is definitely accessible to everybody, but anybody that I actually want to do this, like anybody that is listening to you and wants to request us to just go on our website, put it in, just say that, hey, we listen to Radio Azad, we want a copy of it, free copy to them.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. That's what's up. That's good looking out right there. It's going to help a lot of people, I think. And I'll blast it on my pages as well, so it'll be pretty cool to see.
It's just some information somebody can use. It might be useful to somebody.
Yeah, this is true. Before we take a break, I want to give a shout out to an event coming up February 8th. This is Shireen Lakhdawala's Spring Soiree from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the La Quinta Inn colonies. Shireen Lakhdawala will bring her latest and trendy collections to Dallas, all sizes, including plus sizes, available. Unbelievable prices from $100 to $150 for 3-piece suits. Elegant classic silhouettes that are perfect for any occasion in chiffons, pure organzas, laces, silks, and more. Again, that's Saturday, February 8th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the La Quinta Inn, 3750 Market Street, The Colony, Texas. Here it is also available by appointment for bridal consultations as well. 469-970-2943. This is a limited edition collection, so don't miss out on this wonderful opportunity to stock up for spring. That's right, ladies, it's going down. We're going to take a very, very short break. We'll be back. When you hear our voice, give us a call if you have any questions regarding financial literacy. We are in the studios with Adil Mackwani, a.k.a. Mac, from M&A Wealth, the president of M&A Wealth. And this is your opportunity to get some financial questions cleared from your mind. We'll be back, y'all. Stay tuned.
Attorney Adam Malik. As a former immigration officer, my special insight could help you. Call our office in Carrollton, Texas at 214-881-2100 or visit us at malik.com.
This is Dr. Rinku Mehta. I'm a board-certified infertility specialist. I want to personally thank you all for allowing me the privilege of helping thousands of couples in our community have a baby and grow their family. To better serve you, I have now joined Dallas IVF, a premier state-of-the-art fertility practice with convenient locations in Plano and Frisco. Trying to have a baby is an emotional and sometimes difficult journey. I promise to do my very best to help you reach your dream of having a baby.
For details, visit DallasIVF.
Like now, I'm next time I'm going to do
297-0020.
If your New Year resolution is to save money, then call Freeman Toyota today to lower your monthly payment when you get a new Toyota. They have new 2020 Camrys for just $249 a month and new 2020 Corollas for just $179 a month. Plus, you can get a new 2020 RAV4 for just $264 a month and new 2020 Tacoma for just $239 a month. So call Muhammad Ahmed today at Freeman Toyota, 817-287-5555. 5411. That's 817-287-5411.
एक बात बताइए, हम लोग जब कोई प्रोडक्ट या सर्विस खरीदते हैं तो क्या चीजें देखते हैं? यही ना क्वालिटी
Dude, I like that Blockmaster, man. When you played that yesterday, I was like, man, how does she not know that? Like, I know that.
अगर पैकेज कस्टमाइज मिल जाए तो और भी आसान।
I'm like, that's my old school mix.
Blockmaster? Yeah.
That,
अब एक और बात बताइए,
ये
सब क्वालिटीज तो है ना, माय क्वेस्ट
all of those, I think that's like where it kind of like
अपनी बिजली
Kind of weed off.
आसमानी बिजली गिरने का इंतजार
yeah, I just didn't know that there was that much of a case for that.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, Shah Rukh Khan just went for the money. He was just like, hey, bro.
Yeah.
Whatever sells my name, I'm going to make it.
Yeah, he's all about brand for his, and I think it's...
Sign up today and receive up to $50 back if you mention Radio Azad. Visit myquestenergy.com. Subject to approved credit, some restrictions apply. PC license number 10236.
Want to listen to your favorite station? Download the Radio Azad app today. Available for iPhones and Android.
Saregama Khan.
Digital audio.
Oh, okay. I like that.
So, yeah, I haven't been to Pakistan since I came here. I came when I was 2 years old, so like 29 years ago. So, all my family's here now, except for one of my mom's sisters. She has 5 sisters, 3 brothers.
Food's amazing.
Yeah, I bet, yeah.
Food, no, like 100% food's amazing. Like, I mean, you just don't get adjusted to it, but that's anywhere you go. Hands down, like, people, super nice. Like, general people you do business with, things like that, super nice.
Your parents like you guys do business out of
no, not really. My parents are business in 1988. It's safer.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people choose to do business in America, because of the safety.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you could be a millionaire in Pakistan, you could be a millionaire here. You probably being a millionaire or like 10 millionaire or whatever it is in Pakistan, it's going to draw some attention to you. Being over here, a millionaire, 10 million, it doesn't really draw any attention to you.
Unless you're in the wrong part of the like,
yeah, unless you put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Like you're going to wear a Ferragamo belt and a Gucci belt and all that stuff. And I mean, you're asking for things to come towards you.
Yeah.
But like, if you're just going to be a businessman, like, I mean, Buffett made billions of dollars. Ain't never been a hit on him.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's more on presenting yourself. But in those countries, like Pakistan stuff, it's kind of that money. The government, depending on who's in power, might look at their advantage. Versus you looking in America versus it's so diversified. The government has its advantage, but it's not going to affect your pocket as much as somebody that was in a new country and third world country where they have more political power to influence you on how you do your business. I don't want to say words, but you get where I'm going at.
Yeah. Talk about old school jams, man. That's 2 episodes in a row. I think one of the last episodes of Millennium Masala, we had that song, and I think that's why you plugged this one. We had to do it for the old school.
Definitely, dude. Like it's I guess my Millennial Masala mix right there a little bit.
Yeah, that's what's up. We're in the studios with Adil Mackwani, aka Mac, and the president of M&A Wealth, coming to you live from Irving here in Radio Azad Studios. We're talking about financial literacy. Give us a call if you have any questions. 972-501-9390 is the number. And before we continue, do want to give a shout out to one of our dope partners, Port of Peri Peri, man. Oh man, this place is amazing. Have you ever heard of Nando's Chicken?
Nando's, yeah. I think we have a Porto's right out of Sugarland.
Oh, do you really? Oh, okay, yeah.
It makes some little hot sauce on the chicken. Yeah. Hot sauce on a chicken, man. It always goes good.
Yeah, that's right. They got locations in Plano, Frisco, Arlington, and Irving out here in the DFW area. For non-veg diners, you got the Nando's Chicken, delectable Zabia Halal, fresh, never frozen, vegetarian fed, flame grilled chicken done in the most amazing of flavors. And for the veg diners as well, they got the Perry Beyond Burger. It's like a plant protein. It's, a lot of people are trying to go the plant protein route.
Yeah.
Tastes and cooks just like real meat, so
Pretty cool to check that out. Give them a call at 972-423-3440 or visit www.myperryperry.com for their full menu. Catering, dine-in, and takeout available. Rev up your taste buds at Port of Peri Peri. And we'll jump back into it because right before the break, we were talking a little bit about somewhat of the retirement funds and then the emergency funds as well, or how?
Yeah. So we were just mentioning how there's a difference between when you're a business owner and versus an employee, right? And when you're retiring for an employee, you're usually given a 401k when you work for the company versus a business owner when there's a lot of liability for your retirement left on you. Okay. And a lot of, as you said, as a business owner and different things, you think that, my business is going to pay for my retirement.
Right.
And that doesn't end up being the case for a lot of situations because, you don't want to sell your business. You want to make sure that it keeps growing and growing to the most of its potential. And you want to take the most value out of it.
100%.
So you always need to pay yourself first from your business. And then while doing that, you need to make sure that your assets are able to grow. So, when it comes to financial planning and retirement planning in general, you want to make sure that, hey, my business and my situation is protected from my interest.
There you go.
And you want to find a fiduciary and make sure that, hey, your interest is the number one priority. It doesn't matter whatever I want or whatever I think. I'm going to look at your situation, I'm going to assess it, and I'm going to give you the best example for what I think would be the most beneficial to you. And I want you to come back at me and tell me that, hey, this is what I can do, this is what I can't do, so we can adjust that. But everything needs to be tailored about you. As a business owner, it's on you to make sure that your retirement goals are there. And saying that, my business is going to be my retirement, that is not always true because businesses end up in business cycles.
True.
Any business has a business cycle. There's a trough, there's a peak, and you don't ever want to be in the retirement period when there's a trough in your business and now you're at that point and you want to retire.
Wait, so peak, I understand what it's like. It's all
trough is the bottom.
Oh,
in a wavelength, in a sound length.
Yikes.
So when you look at a sound length, there's the peak and then there's a trough.
Okay.
And then there's a middle ground and then there's a peak again.
Gotcha.
But you don't, when you want to retire at 65 or 67 or 70 or whenever, you don't want to be in a business cycle where it's not that you as a business owner, but it's just the cycle of your business is in that trough. And now I have to retire because it's just where my age ended. Okay. Now, think about it this way, that, hey, while my business has been peaking, I've been saving to my retirement on the side, right here. Now my business is in trough. I have all this retirement money that I've saved to the side. My business is in trough, that's cool. I'm going to wait it out till it gets back up. When it's back up, I still at the peak, and now I have all my retirement I've been living off of.
Yeah.
And, now I get to sell my business at the peak instead. I don't have to sell it at the trough and try to take out the value from it.
Makes sense. Okay.
So, different things like that. As a business owner, you want to make sure that you have some set of investment ready for you to go for retirement other than just your business.
Yeah, no, I wholeheartedly agree that I never really looked at it that way. Owning a business or being a businessman or a business owner, having to deal with that type of situation at a later age, that does sound kind of very, scary and to think about. Being 65 and you're ready to retire, but then you still have a business and it's hitting the down.
And you haven't saved, anything for that. Now your business hits a down point. You think that. Most people think that, my business is going to keep growing, and then you're going to start taking the cash out of your business to fund your living while your business. It just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. No, it doesn't.
It really doesn't. It's you need to kind of pay yourself, pay a little bit for your retirement, and then make your business grow. Even if it grows a little slower now, you at least know that, hey, the hard work I'm putting in, I'm going to take value from it. Nobody else is going to take value from it. It's coming to me.
Okay.
So, that's the difference between a business owner versus an employee, and you have more opportunities in that.
Let's talk about some emergency funds, because I know you mentioned that some people have it in mind to have just 6 months or so.
Yeah, before investing, it's always emergency funds, right? In a personal aspect, like me as a person, that versus me as a business. When I'm looking at my personal aspect, people say, I need about 6 months, 12 months. That's a little bit of a kind of a general statement for everyone.
Okay.
Like a cloud statement for everyone. I'm saying that, that encompasses everyone. And that's not true. You need enough investments, and they say 6 months because 6 months should cover your short-term investments versus your long-term investments.
Okay.
So you want to make sure that even if you have these available, that you have 6 to 12 months as a personal level, but as a business owner, your business is your baby. When your business goes to a downturn, you need to make sure you have enough money for that. So as a business owner, you also need to make sure that your business has an emergency emergency fund.
Wow, okay.
So as a business owner, I would recommend about 18 months of your general income for as a business fund. So like, let's say you make 100,000, right?
Okay.
As a personal person, you want about 6 to 12 months, about 9 months on average. Like you make 100,000, about 75 grand should be in your savings. Kind of your short term is covered about 30, 40,000, and you have about 6 months covered right there, and about now 30, 40,000 for your long term debts.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, to cover it up. As a business owner, you have all your personal debts, those 6 to 12 months, but you have also your business debts that you sometimes you pay out of pocket to cover and all of that.
Oh,
so you need about 18 months as an emergency fund.
Wow.
So it varies, and it's not just that there's a fixed amount of value for it. That's why people say that you need a certain amount of months of income, because it's based on each person's situation.
Okay. Makes sense.
So, and just hypothetically speaking, 6 to 9 months for a personal person that's working a corporate job is good enough, because 6 to 9 months is usually enough for them to apply and find another job.
Right. Just have that win.
And they have another couple of months where they're at least able to pay for all their lifestyle that they don't want to change. Because at the end of the day, when you lose your job, you don't want to change your lifestyle.
Right.
Right? You want to have enough saved that I can continue my lifestyle, apply for another job, and keep growing with that aspect. I don't want to have to cut from my retirement saving, none of that.
Right.
So you want about 6 to 9 months. As a business owner, I would say you want about 12 to 18 months.
Okay. Nice. Okay. That makes
because
sense.
it gives you enough to give you a little padding for your business.
Yeah.
Make sure that your business is not going there. You can pay your whole year worth of expenses.
And you have employees as well. You can
cover them.
Yeah.
And you're just able to grow, because inflation does happen.
Yeah.
It's a hidden tax in the world.
It's a hidden tax.
It's
Inflation.
Hidden tax.
Okay.
Yeah, because every year inflation goes up, and it's going to come out of your pocket, but it's kind of hidden, right? Nobody ever says that, because of inflation, I'm going to pay this much more. It just slowly happens in your thing, so that's why I call it a little hidden tax.
Interesting. Okay.
Because it happens every year. Inflation is going to tend to grow. So you want to make sure that as a business owner, you're able to cover for that inflation.
Yeah.
Cover for your employees. Make sure your business is still at least sound for a year, and that all the money that you've been saving is still able to be saved and grow, and you're able to get back on your feet within that year and a half.
Okay.
A year and a half in a business is a good expectation, versus when you're applying for a job, it's usually 6 to 9 months till you hear back when you get from there. So that's why emergency funds and emergency planning is the number one key. Number one. Before you do anything, make sure that you have enough saved that, hey, God forbid anything happens, I have some going towards this, and I'm able to live for 6 to 9 months as an individual, and almost 9 to 18 months as a business owner.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
It's just my recommendation.
Yeah, this is good. It sounds like a quite nice fail-safe as well, to make sure.
And the first chapter of the book actually talks about that. It's the first chapter of the book that talks about emergency funds. So it covers a little bit more in detail about why we pick 6 to 12 months and how you should invest in those 6 to 12 months in different vehicles. And then those 19 to 18 months, why as a business owner, why is that acceptable? So if you want more detail, check out the book when it's released.
That's what's up. Cool. All right, so how about, all right, let's see if we can segue it. Investments that are, what are the stocks in, the 2020 recap of your growth? Like, this past 2020, 2019, it wrapped up for you, right? So, when it comes to 2020, what are you talking about?
So 2020, right? Last year was actually a phenomenal year in the stock market overall.
Okay.
So if you look at the overall stock market, from where it's grown to that, it's almost about, the S&P was about almost an 18-19% return, even a little bit more than that.
Okay, that's
it's a phenomenal year, which is usually, that does not happen. So don't think that, I'm going to put my money in the market, I get 20% every year. That does not happen. Historically, average is about 8 to 10%.
Okay.
Maybe 6 to 8, usually after taxes and everything.
All right.
So you're looking for that type of consistent growth. And when you get these influxes of these 18% years in that, and you have an advisor that's actively managing your account, you can grow it. It's just, he will be telling you that, hey, you need to put more money in this year, this money versus that, hey, we have more accessibility. So you're able to grow in a good horizon, right?
Okay.
Now, when it comes to stocks, like I said a little bit before, I think I touched on it, was versus private versus public businesses.
Yeah.
That there's that news information that comes out.
True, yeah, it makes a difference.
You want to make sure that you're invested in companies that have good cash flow no matter what.
Okay.
As a business, you open buy a business tomorrow. Number one thing you're going to look for is how much cash is coming in, how much cash is going out.
Yeah.
Right? That's how it's going to put money in my pocket. being an investor, you want to do the same thing. Make sure that the companies that you're investing in has good cash flow coming in, good cash flow going out. It's still growing slowly after year. And with that, you're able to, at the right time and right place, your advisor will be able to make your portfolio in a way where it's diversified.
Yeah.
And able to grow with those companies that you feel secure with at that time.
Oh wow, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I can understand that. That's
So
pretty straightforward.
the market over a historical period it's a passive investment, but you want passive investments because, I honestly don't want to work like I want to be. Actually, I want to work for the rest of my life. Let me take that back.
Yeah, you want to work for the rest.
I want to work for the rest of my life, but I want to be financially stable, financially independent, where it's like I'm not worried about a paycheck or my salary or anything like that. I'm doing this because that's my passion.
There you go.
I'm just following what I want to do. And like, I'm not worried about the money anymore, about making the base salary or anything like that. I'm able to just execute because this is what makes me happy. And that's what I think a lot of people, either they work for a company or they work for themselves, they want to eventually do something that makes them happy.
Yes, this is true. This is very true. Because if you can find something that you're passionate about, that makes you happy, and you can get compensated for it, you're not really working. You're just doing what you love and making a living.
And isn't that what they've taught us as the American dream?
Yeah.
That's what they keep preaching on. And it's realistic. It's not like it's a story in a storybook like Cinderella where there's a magic slipper.
Yeah.
No, it's very realistic, but there's a plan you got to put in place. Like, you have to have your emergency fund. You have to have certain things so you're able to take that step. Mm-hmm. It's not about investing in a new Ferragamo belt or a new Ferrari or a new Mercedes or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's about investing in yourself, your own retirement. Make sure that you have a backbone that if you fall, that, hey, I'm falling on a cloud.
Yes.
Like, I have my own investments that I'm secured on, that I'm not worried about retirement. I'm able to take a risk at 30, 35, 25 because I've already secured my base.
Yes, that's
Your
true.
base is there. Our parents have left us a base.
Yeah.
Now let's secure that base and grow.
Yeah, that's the way to go. That's so true. That's so true. I don't think we've had anybody on the show talk about that yet, so I'm kind of glad that we're hitting on these talking points today. I really want to play some music as well right now.
Yeah,
I'm so glad you played that old school jam Bluff Master, from the back in the day.
Like, I'm just an old school type of person.
Let's see. I'm thinking about like some Punjabi MC. I don't know if you know.
I know Adil N, man. That's the boy. That's the goat.
yeah. It's he's got quite a few jams as well. I don't know if you Well, Adil N is pretty cool too. But Punjabi MC, he made.
That's the person's name.
Yeah. Punjabi MC. He had that one song with Jay-Z back in the day.
Oh wow. Okay.
It was like it sounded like the Knight Rider song. Remember?
I think if you play it, I've heard it.
Oh, I don't think we're gonna play that one because it has like a bunch of language and stuff. Jay-Z just killed it. But this is a pretty dope song. I like it. It's called Morni, and it's another Punjabi jam. Check it out.
Famous old
look at the companies that are making money. It's not complicated. The problem with the stock market is you're not your company. And your company is kind of like, how much you can pay, like, how much, like, when people go to Macy's, right, they want to buy stuff on 20% off. You think follow 20% off in the stock market, nobody wants to buy it. Wow. This same concept, I want anything, I want to hold it, I want it to grow in value. But it's just as hard for human beings to grasp that value when it comes to investing. It's the same concept.
Because we were playing some old school jams today, and felt like I was in the mood for some Punjabi.
MC, man.
Yeah, man, he's doing it big. Back in the day, that song is called Moorni, M-O-O-R-N-I. Don't ask me what it means, because half the things that are said in Punjabi, I have no idea what's happening.
It's just a good beat.
Zero.
Good jam, man.
That's what's up. Got to give a shout out before we wrap up today's show, man. It went by so fast, I got to tell you. Godfather's Pizza, the client of the week. Amazing place to eat. Some all-you-can-eat pizza, and then honestly, I just fell in love with that ad that they gave me the script to, and I just kind of made it my own. So if you get a chance to hear it, it's my voice sounding like Marlon Brando, and a little bit more on the Godfather side. Their mouth-watering specialty pies, such as the Thai buffalo chicken, all-meat taco, Mediterranean, veggie, and more, will have you coming back again and again. Godfather's Pizza has a scrumptious all-you-can-eat lunch buffet, 7 days a week, with special discounts for kids and seniors. Mention Radio Azad and get that Daisy discount, 10% off, dine-in, or takeout. Godfather's Pizza is located at 1606 FM 423 in Frisco, across from India Bazaar. Dine-in, delivery, takeout, and catering available. Visit them at Godfather's Pizza Frisco on Facebook, as well as godfathers.com, or just give them a call, 214-436-4555. They'll make you an offer you can't refuse. I don't know, I just want to say that one. We're just kind of wrapping up today's financial literacy topic with my guest and buddy from Houston, the Houstonian, Adil Mackwani, a.k.a. Mac, from the presidency of M&A Wealth. You know, that's pretty cool. So if you have any questions about financial literacy or how to invest or anything at all that has to do with, money management, reach out to Adil. You don't know, whatever you want to plug, your, Instagram, phone, whatever you want to, I don't know. It's up to you, brother.
Sure. I mean, look, I just want to be a financial advocate for most people and just make sure that they have a voice, like a guiding light in that most aspect. Like, hey, if I have a question, let me call this guy. It's a free consultation. We talk, and I'm pretty open. You deal directly with me at M&A Wealth. Our phone number is 713-540-7247. You can reach us at info@mandowealth.com. And you can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram at whatever tag it is, facebook.com/MAA Wealth, Instagram MAA Wealth, or Twitter.
That's 2 A's, so it's MAA Wealth.
Correct, exactly. And all we want to do is just, if you have a question or anything that comes to you, feel free to give us a call.
That number again is
713-540-7247. And let's us help you create a financial plan and make sure that you and your goals are aligned in the correct vision.
That's what's up. See, I'm loving this whole, this past month, since January, February, we don't even know what month we're in anymore, man, because this year's going by kind of faster.
Work,
don't you think?
man. You've been working too hard. You gotta take a vacation, my man.
Sugar, no, I can rest when I'm like, weary. I'm not weary. There's no, rest.
I'm still young and I still got blood in me.
Yeah, man, for real. But yeah, this whole series of episodes I've been doing this past month and a half, 2 months almost, it's been based on millennials and especially those who are entrepreneurial route, on the entrepreneur route. And so I'm really happy that you're able to make it out today. And thank you so much for driving up to Dallas all the way from Houston. It was a big deal.
Man.
And making this happen.
I have people out here that come visit, clients that I come help. So, I'm happy to do this. And, I look forward to developing this relationship and eventually doing a couple more shows and seeing where things go. Hopefully we can produce some good value for our community. Like, that's the number one thing, is to make sure that financial literacy is promoted in our community. They have a good guiding light and that they know the steps to take for them to have a financially secure retirement.
And how do they access that book the ebook?
So they can access our ebook online on our website, M&AWealth.com, and just send us a comment. There's actually, if you go under resources, you can click on ebook, leave a comment underneath there. It'll have your email, and as soon as the book is completed, which should be within a month or two, just going through some final edits, make sure it's nice and tight.
No doubt.
Right?
Yeah.
It will be sent out for you for free. Just make sure that you can go on the website and leave a comment or leave your email or your number, and we'll make sure to get you a copy of that.
And that's and then how do you spell the website? M-N-A?
Yeah, it's just like Manda. M-A-N-D-A, wealth.com.
There you go. That's what's up. You heard it first and foremost here on Radio Azad's Millennial Masala. And thank you so much for joining us today on this happy occasion of more millennial entrepreneurs and more millennial masala. In the end of the day, everyone's got their own flavor, their own masala, their own spices to life. And thank you so much for joining us and sharing it with us today here, Adil.
Yeah, definitely, man. Thank you for the opportunity. Appreciate it, no?
For sure. We'll make this almost a monthly thing if possible. And if you guys have any questions for anything that has to do with today's episode or any other episodes, reach out to yours truly at the Anil Sohani. That's TheAnilSohani. So pretty straightforward. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz, Namaskar, Sastrikal, Yali Madad, Au revoir, Ciao, Obrigado, which is thank you in Portuguese. And
peace out, homies.
There you go. Make sure you throw kindness around like it's confetti, because you never know.
Because everybody needs a smile in their day.
That's what's up. That's real talk right there, for sure. And download the Radio Azad app if you can, and tell your friends, family, and everybody else in between. Cheers, y'all. Take care.
You are listening to Radio Azad, KBTT 1110 AM, Mineral Wells, Dallas, Fort Worth, and KCMP Pilot Point 104.9 FM HD3.
It's snowing here, but we can go inside. We can get warm. We can have a nice cup of cocoa.
How are you?
Good,
how are you? Okay, how are you?
She's not her volume, right? It's the same volume for all.
Oh, I'm still Facebook Live, by the way. Give me a second. Sorry. You can say hi.
Yo, man, tune into the show, baby. You know what it is? Hey, man, I didn't actually tell everybody who the special guest is, so we kind of ruined it. But Niall is the special guest tonight.
Hey, guys.
So, yeah. So we're going to be talking about healing the inner child, the childhood self, which is a lot of these concepts that I learned from her. And so, stay tuned. It's going to be awesome.
I was always smile, right?
Yes, definitely. Part of it, right?
Yeah, so her headphones are, all three headphones are always on, right?
Yeah, give me a second. They're always on. Give me a second. I'm just going to drop. I need to make sure I drop it right. Drop easily. Yeah, you can press cancel if you want. Is it possible?
I was just trying to finish.
Oh, yeah, it's going to fall if you hold, yeah.